Welcome to Congelin Campground, the home of invisible native animals, schoolboy horror stories, and the very hub of non-stop camping fun. Congelin is part of the Dryandra Woodland National Park and, sorry up front, because no dogs or other pets are allowed at this campground.
What?
There are no park entry fees, but camping fees do apply, so make sure you pay up, you tight buggers. You should identify a backup accommodation in case there are no campsites available when you arrive, so you can't really blame the missus again if it's full. The drop toilets are stunningly unsophisticated and underwhelmingly appointed, but in the morning they'll be highly sought after and appreciated. Adults are $15 each. Yes, each. Concession card holders are $10 each. Children are $5 with no concession. These prices are as of May 2024. The campground would be a great place to see Australian marsupials, or at least it would be if there were any. There are barbecues, picnic tables and toilets. The barbecues even light up at night. Wow, lights, but not for discos or karaoke, and especially not anything by ABBA or bloody John Denver. So keep the noise levels down there, young campers. If you must wander around looking at things and disturbing the ants, the old railway dam is a great place to ponder just how the hell they built these things in the old days. I guess there were a lot less women around then, so men could get things done without having to worry about bloody mashing socks or taking a bath every 2 weeks. You can imagine lots of people here working and talking here at the dam long ago, complaining about food prices, the cost of living, and this was long before Woolies and Coles. It really amazes me how humans were so clever in the old days. They invented springs, electricity, trains, cars, planes, cameras and can openers. People seem to have more common sense back then. Nowadays we have to warn people they might find nuts in an actual packet of nuts they've just bought, or even warn them about the dangers of eating televisions and car batteries. There's a few little walking trails around the campground which are quite nice and quite easy. Plus, you don't have to worry about animals. You've got more chance of winning lotto than seeing anything moving here, apart from those bloody big black ants. Those ants don't take prisoners, and many a schoolboy has gone home from Congelin with a toe missing. There could be millions of the little buggers right under your feet, so be careful where you step. Despite looking everywhere, we saw not a single sign of animal life, not a single numbat, not a single echidna. Lots of holes are dug by invisible animals in the middle of the night, while campers are busy singing Dancing Queen at the barbecues. Keep an eye out for woylies, tamar wallabies and brush-tailed possums, although you would have to be extremely lucky to see one. Watch out for bloody snakes though. These slithering, non-blinking little buggers appear from nowhere. They're very fast and will go way beyond the call of duty in chasing you down. And with no phone signals 10 kilometres outside of Perth, you'll be on your own if you get bitten, mate. I'm just about to enter the scene here. Behold, the effortless confidence of a catwalk veteran gliding, almost shimmering across the screen. There you go, ladies. I put that in just for you. The video's getting pretty damn exciting now, isn't it? Watch out for these holes, girls. You don't want to be wearing your best heels. I can't imagine how council workers would spend their day out here these days, especially with no mobiles. How the hell could they justify 2 workers, 11 supervisors, 23 utes and 81 traffic controllers? I know I have a go at council workers, but a few of them are my mates, so I'm just having a go at them. Wow, exciting stuff right there. It's on the pole, right in front of you. That's it, up there. Can't miss it. Big trench here. Another big wooden thingy. There's a lot of these information panels along the walk trail, by the way. Quite interesting. More bits of wood. Can't burn those. A lot of wood lying around. Keep your eyes off it. There's another bit of information. The trails are very flat here, very easy to walk on. You could probably drag an old tired person along the ground back to the campground if you had to. Very easy. Remember, it is illegal to burn wood from trees, which is where most wood comes from, or burn branches that may have fallen. The invisible animals of Congelin depend on this wood, so leave it where it is, just don't touch it. With your fancy four-wheel drive, you can afford a bit of wood, surely. I keep checking these holes for small animals. Invisible animal holes are absolutely everywhere, so there must be a lot of them around here somewhere. There really is a lot to see around Congelin Campground, especially if you enjoy walking and are not overly keen on marsupials. Next morning, bright and early, we're off on another walk. The animals must be awake by now, surely, but alas, no furry early morning rises here. Bit of exciting information there, if you're an engineer. So, instead of me showing you animals I haven't seen, why don't I show you a few camping things we bought. I bought this chair at Anaconda. It's perfect for me. With my slim hips and extremely muscular build, it's a perfect fit. We bought this cooking set at Kathmandu. It weighs about the same as 2.5 dry tea bags, and probably the best camping thing we've ever bought. This bread box is especially handy and easy to get to. You can even put bread in it. This rechargeable light from Kmart was an absolute bargain and will probably outlive us. I'll just spin the camera around here so you can see the campground. It looks quite empty, but it's actually full. But everyone has plenty of space. And this is the wooded area behind the camp. A good place to meander in the early evening, and you don't have to worry about animals because there won't be any. Despite me having a go at Congelin, we love it and we'll be back. Check it out. This is our Hilux camper. I used to have an old Land Rover. Ah yes, it drove like a washing machine and had the turning circle of a Collins-class submarine. If you're new to camping and thinking about buying a Land Rover, you'll need to buy two. One to drive while the other one's getting fixed. Much better to buy a Toyota, get it serviced every 6 months and drive it till the doors fall off. See you in the next video. Rob and May.